Yo, what's up guys? RoyceONeale, today, man, coming at y'all with some more NBA breakdowns of the day. I'll be talking about Steve Nash because Rose just tweeted it out an absolute bomb that the Nets have indeed fired head coach Steve Nash. And hey, we all knew this was gonna happen in the near future. Brooklyn Nets are now sitting at 2-5, and they have had just not a great season whatsoever. They just lost to the Pacers 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. The Pacers are a rebuilding team. They are trying their hardest to be amongst one of the worst teams in the league so they can go ahead and get a good pick. And then last night, they barely beat the Pacers after almost choking a 20-point lead. And I said to myself, watching that game last night, if the Pacers beat the Nets back-to-back games and the Nets blow a 20-point lead, I'll be making a video saying that the Nets should fire Steve Nash. And not really a shock, but the Nets won that game and they still fire Steve Nash. I mean, it's tough. Steve Nash, I think Steve Nash at least is a pretty likable guy, but as a head coach, respectfully, it's not it at all. The Nets right now, like I said, they are sitting at 2-5, and they're looking like right now one of the worst teams in basketball. They're just not looking good at all. If you look at all the stats and all that, they're amongst the worst in terms of offense, in terms of defense. I mean, it's tough because you get Ben Simmons for defense, you get RoyceONeale for defense, you have KD and Kyrie for offense, and you still can't figure it out, Steve Nash. You cannot figure it out still. Like, I just don't get it. Like, you got Kyrie and KD literally putting up masterclass after masterclass, and the team is just not working out. You gotta have a new voice there. That's why now they have Jock Vaughn, an actual guy who's had some obviously head coach experience in the NBA, but a little Magic. Now you have Jock Vaughn, you have a nice veteran. They're not a guy in his first, like, it was tough. I mean, when he first arrived to Brooklyn, he had KD, he had Kyrie. They ended up trading for James Harden. Like, if you're not able to coach three, you could say, superstar players, then that's just on you. But obviously, this team was supposed to be minimum in the finals. Like, these are two of the most talented players, and you had three of them. And again, the Kyrie injury, the Harden hamstring injury against the Nets. I get it. I mean, not against the Nets, against the Bucks, but I get it, bro. But last year, getting swept in the first round by the Celtics made the finals, but bro, that ain't it. And then this is starting off 2-5, 1-5 before last night. Could have been 1-6. A lot of things are just not going right now in Brooklyn. I mean, Nets fan, what do you guys think about this? I mean, I really don't know any Nets fans out there, so I don't know who to really talk to about this. But yeah, not looking good whatsoever. Steve Nash, yeah, like I was trying to say earlier, it's tough when your first ever job is this demanding of a job. I mean, you really had it easy, kind of, though. KD, Kyrie, then you had Harden. And you should have waited hard. You get Ben Simmons and all that saga, but bro, and that's voted. The decision was mutual between Nash and the Nets. So yeah, obviously I do think this was the right decision. You need a new voice there. It obviously wasn't working between Nash and the Nets. I don't know. Can't really say what went wrong because obviously you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but just didn't look like it was a good match, I guess. I mean, they got him because they just needed somebody really to be there. Apparently, Kyrie and him had something going back and forth, and apparently he didn't want to be coached by him. And apparently, there were rumblings about Kevin Durant not really wanting him, and people just kind of like walking over him, not really respecting him as a head coach. But I don't know. See, that kind of strikes me as like a player's coach, a guy that you can really get close with, but you can't really take serious. He just looked like a good guy. I mean, he had a technical foul the other day. We literally just like a maniac, but I guess he was trying to pry some energy out of his team, and I mean, literally ends up getting ejected, and he has that whole meme. But yeah, just struck me as a good guy, a player's coach that players really can't take too seriously. They treat more of as a friend or as like a cool teacher than an actual head coach that they have to actually go out and actually have some respect for. So hopefully now they have Jock Vaughn to actually respect him, and Yeah, this team has way too much talent to go ahead and be amongst one of the worst teams so far in the league. Like, just looking at this roster right now, I mean, you have these shooters, you have defense, like you have, this is a pretty damn good team right here, man. You got Kevin Durant, you got Kyrie, you got Ben Simmons. I don't know why they really aren't giving minutes to not Nicholas Claxton, but Cam Thomas. No, TJ Warren is out, but he'll be back in the near future. Nicholas Claxton at center. I've been saying that maybe they can go ahead and upgrade that and maybe move Claxton to the backup big instead of starting him. Then you have guys like Joe Harris and Seth Curry amongst the best shooters in the league. You got RoyceONeale to be your defensive guy that can actually knock down threes, and that's been pretty clutch, at least in the fourth quarter this year for the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty damn solid roster, I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe you can get some more wings. I mean, you have Markieff Morris, Kessler Edwards, David Duke, Edmund Sumner. I mean, maybe you get some more wings, but this team is supposed to be amongst one of the best teams in the league. Like, they have the talent. I mean, you have Kyrie and KD, you have shooters around them. I mean, you have decent bigs and Claxton and Sharp, I guess. Maybe you can upgrade that as well. There's also the trade deadline that you can go ahead and utilize, but yeah, I mean, that's tough. That is very, very tough. Let me see what Woj said. Jacques Vaughn is the acting head coach, but expect the Nets to inquire with suspended Celtics coach Ime Udoka and Quinn Snyder, among others. Boston will let Udoka leave from the job. Ooh. Now, I don't think, can Udoka actually, Udoka cannot coach this year. Maybe he can coach next year. I mean, technically the NBA didn't suspend Udoka. Technically, the Celtics suspended him. So can Udoka jump ship and leave to the Nets now? I mean, that was a rumbling earlier when they suspended him. The Nets would be in the running for Udoka, and according to Woj, they probably will. Then there's Quinn Snyder, who's pretty damn good with the Jazz. I don't know. He says obviously didn't get it done in the postseason, but regular season wise, it was good. Obviously, the Nets team is built to reflect on the regular season, so I don't know about all that, but yeah. Ime Udoka though, ooh. Ime Udoka, ooh, that would be nice. That would be very, very nice for the Nets. A nice defensive-minded head coach to replace Steve Nash, which is like a joyous guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much about, or keep saying too much about Nash. I really don't know anything about him other than obviously his playing days. So I don't know. It just strikes me as like a players coach guy. As that players really didn't really respect as much as they probably should have, and now he's gone. So yeah, it was literally just like I said. I was literally watching the Pacers game yesterday. I'm like, yo. If I swear, bro, if the Nets lose this game, I will be making a video talking about everything about the Nets and why did you fire Steve Nash? And they win the game and they still fire him. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, hey, it just had to be done, I guess. I guess it just had to be done. I can't remember the last time a coach got fired after winning a game, but yeah. I just say, man, that is insane. But yeah, Nets, what you guys think about all of this? Like I said, I do agree with this. I'm not a Nets fan though, obviously, but hey. We all saw it coming. This Nets team is very, very good, and change needed to be happened, man. Change needed to be happened. But other than that, yo, that is the video. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. It's your boy John. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.